Welcome, you guys. Curse Wrestling Views back again with the WWE NXT Halloween Havoc review that happened that ended an hour ago. So we had Tatum Paxley became the new NXT Women's Champion. They finally removed this title from JC Jane, and quite to say, this was my actual moment of the night on NXT Halloween Havoc. And with that being said, you guys, so it started off where everybody was like sent to the back because they kept on trying to get, in there. Of course, Shawn Spears and Nico Vance ended up coming out and all that good stuff. And then, Izzy Dame, which is the girlfriend of Braun Breaker on the main roster, ended up had the title as you've seen before. And this actually where they, got sent, all them got sent to the back. And that's where they came back out, and then Izzy Dane coming from the other side holding the title, and looks like she was gonna hit her, but of course, it was pretty cool how Tatum Paxley actually won. So with that being said, you guys, and I feel like Izzy Dane is definitely jealous, and I think she's gonna get kicked out of Culling. We did get Jeff Hardy, you guys, paid tribute, a special tribute to Bray Wyatt slash the Fiend. You can tell with the yellow eye thing of how the Fiend used to have, and I really say this was another incredible moment of the night. Of course, I'm surprised we didn't get any Fireflies, you guys. With this at all, especially like I know a lot of people didn't realize it, but if you think about the Fiend's mask and you think about Bray Wyatt, you would definitely know how that was, and they were very close, and they're very similar. But Dark State would beat them for the NXT Tag Team Championships. So Jeff Hardy went, it was kind of a weird match because you kept getting Saquon Sugars, which is the guy that's laying down, and then you got the other guy on the left that's kind of weird. Saquon Sugars, the guy on the right, and then they just kept like interfering. But Osiris Griffin, you see he was about to get swantoned on you guys, and he ended up moving, and I think he didn't supposed to move, which was the craziest part of this match. He's supposed to went through the table and not supposed to move. And I mean, I don't think he really knows what he's doing because he dropped Matt Hardy one time. I think it was on NXT or TNA or something like that. But I think more so it was on some one of these shows that was on NXT, and they did like some kind of doom-based device and won those tag team championships. Now this is another great tag team, you guys. Leon Slater, the guy from England on the right, and of course y'all know that guy's bouncy Javon Evans. They ended up having their match where we seen La Parka and Mr. Iguana actually challenge them for Halloween Havoc. So I thought it was pretty cool, and it was kind of like a little botches kind of like thing there or whatever, where he kind of flipped over the ring too short, and he also didn't catch Layeska, which is that iguana pet that he have. But of course, you guys, I was surprised to see La Parka of how he actually, like, I thought he was gonna like straight jump, like do like a little crossbody kind of like thing on the outside, but this man ended up walking on the rope and hitting like a moonsault. I'm like, what is this man doing? Like, this man is wild. And of course, you guys, Leon Slater, like I said, that guy's very phenomenal. The guy on the left, make sure you check him out on TNA on Thursday nights. Sometimes it's on YouTube here, and sometimes, of course, it's on TV, which is Access TV, AXS. But he would hit his finisher maneuver. It's kind of like a swanton into like a 360 or something like that he does. It is wild. But he pinned Mr. Iguana to actually win. So on the commentary team, you guys, Booker T, dressed like Booker T as usual. And then you can see Vic Joseph, the guy on the right. I forgot what he's dressed as. It'll come back to me. I had it on the tip of my tongue. I done forgot. NXT Gold Rush, you guys, is 2 weeks away. A special event, 2 weeks in a row, where we have stars for have championship matches, have AAA, TNA, and Evolve. So I can't wait for that. Speaking of championships, this was one of my favorite matches of the night, you guys. which was Ethan Page versus El Hijo, Dr. Wagner Jr., whatever you want to call him. But the match was incredible, and I like how they did this because you can see where Ethan Page. I said Ethan Page was gonna win this match or whatever, you guys, because he's all ego. Ethan Page, he had some powder and he threw it up in the face, up to Dr. Wagner there. Dr. Wagner throughout the match, he ended up getting his mask ripped. And with him getting his mask ripped, I thought he was gonna win this match because he was going in. Once I seen that, I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like this. But then again, you guys, with him getting his mask ripped and every shot that Ethan Page tried to throw at him, he just kept like hulking up and everything. Well, let me not say hulking up. He kept on, firing himself up and start going back at Ethan Page. He did like a coast to coast with the trash can. But the colors, you guys, that he had on goes all the way back to when Rey Mysterio, when they used to call Rey Mysterio Jr., when he used to fight, they had had the same colors on. So it was actually pretty cool. And I thought his center of his mask said WCW, but it doesn't, which they can't do that. But of course it did look like he had one of those things like Santos Escobar wear. But Santos Escobar, you guys, should be appearing up soon, but that's for a later video. Of course, you guys, the match was, like I said, it was pretty cool at the least. But I was like, he's up here getting this upper hand. He's definitely going to lose. The glamorous, you guys, Blake Monroe, a.k.a. Mariah May, ended up having herself a match where Sol Ruka, which y'all know her, couldn't defend her title. And so that's where Zarya, Delta, whatever you want to call her, ended up stepping in. The lady you always see with Sol Ruka. End up stepping in and said she'll, defend the title on her honor, of her injured friend Sol Ruka, where Sol Ruka had a match on SmackDown last Friday and ended up tweaking her leg, and then that's where she ended up getting shot blocked by Charlotte Flair, and they of course lost that match. But still though, you guys, we seen, looks like a lot of people wonder if that was like a turn where Zarya was about to, Sol Ruka was gonna push Zarya's shoulder into the thing, but of course you know how Rhea Ripley always do. She's always bump her whole shoulder, into the ring itself, or the announcer table to be exact. And of course Zarya kept going out there because Sol Ruka got knocked down and all that stuff. But Zarya, you guys, you are about to get it, because now Sol Ruka lost her title, and you stepped in to take that title, from her and trying to defend on her honor. Yeah, you fucked up there. So of course, Blake Monroe, aka Mariah May, you guys, won the NXT Women's North American Championship. It was a pretty cool thing, I would have to say the least, you guys. Congratulations to her and all that good stuff, you guys. She deserved it. And of course, y'all remember her days in AEW where she took that shoe and went in on Toni Storm. But of course, you guys, where does it go from here? Do we end up getting Sol Ruka turning heel, or do we get Zarya to turn heel? I think more so Sol Ruka. Of course, we seeing Velma. Oh, excuse me. We end up seeing Jordan Grace backstage talking to what's her face, but it was kind of weird, and because she ended up getting slapped across the face, and she was like, "You're gonna regret this," and then walked away. Like, come on, Kalani Jordan, you can't just walk away after somebody like literally slap you. Like, that's bullshit. That's all I have to say. You gotta get a mean streak about yourself, Kalani Jordan. But of course, y'all see this main event. I wasn't even really paying attention to this main event. I was ready for the show to be over with so I can go lay down. But it was, Trick Williams versus Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints, you guys. Really wasn't fun to match. The match, 1 out of 5 stars. I would have to give it a 2. It was okay. You can see Trick Williams definitely doing, a lot of Booker T stuff and blah, blah, blah. Going to get called up to the main roster, which we're already see. Of course, Tatum Paxley was like, happy, after the show went off the air and said, people think that she's crazy, but on Tuesday, it's going to get more crazier. So I definitely feel like we'll get the turn here soon. With Izzy Dame. So like, comment, subscribe to Chris Wrestling Views, guys, here on YouTube.com. Till next time, you guys, I am out. And rating on the show, you guys, I would have to give it a 8 out of 10. So see you guys later.